Families in Quebec with more than two parents will soon have the same legal rights as any other family. Quebec's Superior Court ruled that it is unconstitutional to deny multi-parent families the rights children with one or two parents have. Quebec's legislature has 1 year to implement the changes. For more on what this ruling will mean, we are joined from Montreal by Marc-Andre Landry, a lawyer who represented one of the families in this case. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, so first off, when we say multi-parent families, what are we talking about exactly?
Well, for now in Quebec, it's 3 parents, as is the case in Ontario and BC. In Saskatchewan, for instance, it can go up to 4 parents. But for now, it's 3 parents in Quebec.
You represented a multi-parent family with 2 women and 1 man. What challenges have they been facing in Quebec?
Well, it's the everyday life. For instance, consent to health care, going to daycare and pick up your kid, getting parental leave, and so on and so forth. So it's everything that, 2 parents will live their whole life without even thinking about it. Well, for them, it was about getting, prior authorization and consent and explaining their situation to everybody they were facing. Even during the delivery, it was a challenge for the 3 parents to be in the delivery room.
So now that this ruling has come down, what will change going forward for multi-parent families?
Well, actually, they will be treated as any other families, and that was the whole point. And it's more important even for the kid, right, to have an affiliation that matches the baby's reality. Babies, they don't know in what kind of family they're coming to life. And, so from now on, well, at least in 12 months from now, subject to any appeal from the Attorney General, they will just live a normal life like any other children.
Does this also apply to families who have marriages after the birth of the child, for example, like step-parents?
No. The main thing is to have a common parental project prior to the conception or the birth of the child. So step-parents are not covered by that judgment. It's really it has nothing to do with affiliation.
There are 4 provinces and 1 territory that currently recognize multi-parent families in some form. So those are Ontario, British Columbia, Saskatchewan, Newfoundland and Labrador, and Yukon. So what do multi-parent family rights look like across the country currently?
It really depends because it's provincial legislation. But usually, actually, it's a clear recognition, as is for any other type of families, like either 1 parent, 2 parents. So it's just applying the law equally to everyone. Period.
So what happens, I know some lawyers are bringing this up and raising questions over child custody rights, if a multi-parent family separates. So how would that be decided?
Well, actually, interestingly enough, even if it's been more than 15 years in Ontario, we could not find one precedent in the jurisprudence about a fight over custody of multi-parent families, which doesn't mean that it will not occur. It will most likely occur. But then, the golden rule is what is in the best interest of the child, period. So the judge will find a solution, or the parents will find a solution. The other thing that we can see with sociology about, for instance, homoparental families is that custody fights occur less than other type of families. The reason is probably because the parents need to think about their parental project ahead of time and discuss those issues, and most likely then they don't fight about it.
You said that this case could help increase social acceptance of multi-parent families. How so?
Absolutely. Well, just think about homoparental families, right? In the 80s and 90s, it was not even conceivable. Since it was accepted by the law, it has become a non-issue, socially speaking. So there's a dynamic between social realities and the law, right? Social realities are becoming, out in the public, then the law evolves, and with the evolution of the law, it becomes more accepted, generally speaking.
Marc-Andre Landry, thanks for walking us through this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.